I was annoyed already, but then after the draft, they released a video. So you know when players get drafted in the NFL, the owners and the general managers call the player. There's like an emotional, video behind it. These guys had the nerve. Rob Pelinka had the nerve to record that conversation like it was a surprise. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Is that when they called them both? They both called JJ and. I need the energy.
All
right. Welcome to the Laugh Kings podcast. I'm your co-host Jace. We got my main man to the right, the A-lister, the leading actor in the drama series, the one and only Mr. JR.
What up, y'all?
We got the one who stacks the bills in the back, live in person, the sweet but sometimes salty Cash Money Linda.
Hello.
And live on location, just landed from Dubai,
the
YYZ, the DXP, the infamous Prince of Dubai,
What's up?
Uncle Sammy himself.
What's up?
Folks, we're not here to play nice. We're here to have a good time and night fires, and have a drink with some friends, talk some shit. Let's cheers.
There you go. Hold up.
What?
I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right here with you.
Man,
I spared you on the voice, though, by the way.
Oh, that was an impression.
I could do a better one next time.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'll get you. All right, everyone, peeps, we are everywhere. We're on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Our handles at the Laugh Kings with a Z or a Z. For those audio heads, we're on Spotify. We're on Amazon Music. We are on Apple Podcasts, Castbox. Search the Laugh Kings. And for anything and everything about the Laugh Kings, go to direct.me/Laugh Kings. Like to give credit where credit's due. Before we do and get into the pod, we'd like to give a big up to the one.
The only.
Who's that?
Shensia.
Miss Shensia.
Yes.
Keep doing what you're doing, girl. Big up Ryan Clark. Didn't forget you. All right. So we got a packed agenda today, don't we? I know. Been going on between now and then. Lots of stuff going on in the hip-hop world. Lots of stuff going in the sports world. Uncle Sammy, our special guest today. What do you got for us?
I got smoke. I got smoke for Bronny James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
Zoom in.
The NBA draft was crazy. So my smoke is, I'm sure you guys heard. So nobody knew where he was going to get drafted. And then a day of the draft, they started talking about Rich Paul was calling all the teams and telling them, if you draft Bronny James, he's going to Australia. And he's not going to play. So you're not going to draft him. Right. Yeah. So my beef is, and my smoke is, for Rich Paul, for Bronny James, for the Los Angeles Lakers. Why would you do that? Because it really really messes up the NBA. I just don't like the entitlement behind it. The other thing I really had a beef with is they made a whole video. Yeah. So it was no surprise he got drafted number 55 to the Lakers because no team's going to draft him. So I was annoyed already, but then after the draft, they released a video. So you know when players get drafted in the NFL, the owners and the general managers call the player. There's like an emotional, video behind it. These guys had the nerve. Rob Pelinka had the nerve to record that conversation like it was a surprise. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Is that when they called them both? They both called JJ and Rob Pelinka?
Rob Pelinka.
Yeah.
That's the general manager.
General manager.
Yeah. Okay. So JJ Redick was in the room and everything. So they called Bronny James and they're like, "We're gonna draft you at this pick." No shit. Like you were told that you're gonna get drafted at 55, and then they showed a video of Bronny James tearing up. What are you tearing up about? You knew.
I know. Yeah.
You knew you were getting drafted at 55 by the Lakers. Oh, I'm getting to play with my dad. You knew you were going to play with your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you knew. So, no team was going to draft him. And then if they did draft him, he probably would have pouted like a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Like and then he would have said, I'm going to Australia. Like, that's so stupid. The other thing is, then Rob Pelinka has the nerve, and I'm watching the video, and congratulations, blah, blah. Then the head of the Lakers have the nerve to shake hands and congratulate each other like they just secured. They knew they were getting this guy like a week ago. Like it's just I just don't like the entitlement. I don't like holding the NBA hostage. I don't care who your father is. If he was better, then he wouldn't have a choice, because if you're the number one pick, you can't hold them hostage. Go to Australia. Like, you know what I mean? I wish a team had taken him. So just his ass could have gone to Australia because they hold the rights to your NBA. If you don't want to play in the NBA, then don't.
And didn't he have workouts with those other teams too, wasting time?
Well, he only did Phoenix and LA.
That's a waste of time.
But it wasted Phoenix's time. Yeah. And then, they said Masai Ujiri was interested. Right. Like they were trying to say these things so a team potentially could draft him in the first round. I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
And then when they realized he wasn't going to get drafted in the first round, then they kind of held the whole thing hostage about the Australia thing.
Yeah.
That I just cannot stand that.
No.
That's my smoke for Bronny James and the Lakers.
It's funny how you mentioned that. So there's a word being thrown around, nepotism. Yeah. So I just want to read the definition, and we'll determine if this nepotism fits this occurrence. So nepotism is the act of granting an advantage, privilege, or position to relatives or friends in an occupation or field, which I believe that exactly fits the criteria of Bronny, LeBron, and the Lakers. You guys feel the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's... Go on. Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
I think...
It happens in the NBA.
It does,
I think that's like what they're... I was watching which she was talking about. You can't say nepotism because it does happen. You can't say nepotism, but it happens elsewhere.
Yeah.
But my thing, it's so... So think of the college player.
Yeah.
Let's pretend you're not Bronny James. You're busting, not that.
And
Bronny
you're
James,
better than him because there were a lot that wasn't drafted.
Exactly. Yeah. So not that Bronny James doesn't bust his ass. He does. But what if that other college player who deserves to be drafted in a second round or something, he's lost that spot, because he's all but guaranteed a spot at 55, So that's one player who, lost out on a spot. And he's not... They should have the same chances as everybody else. You know what I mean? So that annoys the hell out of me.
Oh, 100%. And there's also a theory floating around that LeBron, he's now re-signed with the Lakers, but he was a free agent. And the idea was, if the Lakers did not get him, did not get Bronny, that wherever Bronny were to be drafted, potentially LeBron would have joined him. Or he would have re-signed with the Lakers and do like a sign and trade kind of thing. So for the Lakers, they're also in a position, well, if we don't draft Bronny, we potentially lose out on LeBron. So
they had to draft him.
They had to.
There was no question. Nepotism, when you're at LeBron's level, I don't think the question of nepotism actually means anything, because if you had a son in the workplace, and there's a position opening, you would probably get ahead of the line before people apply.
You'd use your power.
Right? So I don't think that's an excuse. I just think genuinely in this situation, Bronny was not good enough to be in the NBA, and he shouldn't deserve a spot.
Not yet.
He almost died.
Yeah.
He almost died. Who would draft someone who literally almost died like a few months ago?
Yeah. I know that there's a potential behind it. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, but he hasn't shown that at the college level. So how can he show that at the NBA? I guess it's I get it, but it's
the way they went around it, and I agree with your smoke. The way Rich Paul went around and saying he's not going to play with you if you draft him, so why would you draft him? Yes. And then all of a sudden the Lakers draft him, the last pick. Yeah, it makes no sense, but it's like a storybook ending.
Yeah, it's true.
To me, I don't look at a storybook ending because it's predetermined.
Yeah.
So as much as like the Lakers and the media wants to portray it that way, I'm like, F that noise.
You know what smoke I also have too? For just to continue with that, so they actually signed Bronny James to a contract,
guaranteed contract,
before the first round. Who know? Do you remember the first round pick's name? Nobody remembers the name. Yeah. He didn't get signed before the second round pick. So you know the power of LeBron in this situation. And that's why people are coming out to the defense like Woj and everyone else. Oh, don't give me nepotism. But you know what? They're actually scared of LeBron. Right. If you notice, because LeBron is so powerful, I bet you, if it was someone like Kyrie, or if it was someone else other than LeBron, KD had a son, they would have went down on him, saying it was not fair.
Pause.
Yeah. But yeah, damn. They would have gave it to KD. Yeah. Pause. Oh my God. But LeBron, for some reason, gets this protection. He's like a god to all these reporters. He controls the media. You can definitely see it.
Well, for sure. But I think also too, like, can't there also be grounds of tampering? Whether now Rich Paul being the agent and what is it, Clutch Sports, his agency, but also to even with JJ Redick, you guys had a podcast together.
That's all.
Yeah,
and then it's all fishy.
I think it's only not tampering because he wasn't with another team, so he was like a draft pick. So they kind of got lucky with that, but it's just like, all well. Even JJ Redick, like LeBron. Yeah, that was the coach he wanted. Yeah, so.
And then people threw Shams underneath the bus because he reported that JJ was the front runner.
Yeah.
And then turns out he wasn't, and it was the other coach who went back to UConn.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like boom, he ended up signing. So it's like again, like I'm seeing all of this happen in real time, and it's fishy. But when you're dealing with the names of LeBron, Curry, KD, a lot of these things will be swept under the rug.
Even Curry and KD won't get that treatment.
They probably won't. Yeah.
They will not.
I think Curry over KD though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But do you guys remember this was a couple years ago when KD was a free agent? Drake had his OVO Fest in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he threw up a picture on the screen of KD in a Raptors jersey.
Yeah.
And the league fined Drake, I think.
They fined the Raptors.
The Raptors, I think it was like $50,000 for tampering.
Drake is associated.
He's an employee. He was the global ambassador at the time, right?
Again, like I look at that, it's like I laughed at
Isn't
that
kind
at
of
first,
the same though?
It's, to me, that's what I'm saying. Like there's somewhere in between here. There's got to be some sort of tampering.
Yeah.
Just like how you have Joel Embiid, Paul George
it's a weird time
the panel for
finals.
the NBA Finals. And now they're all of a sudden teammates.
And they have no skill. That's what I said on the last pod. No skill. So you would pick at least a player that has skills that can talk, like JJ.
There you go.
You pick someone who doesn't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
And your big thing about leading the league and you don't know how to speak English, Joel Embiid don't know half English. I'm sorry.
He's a mumble rapper.
But that's what I mean. It's odd. They're on a panel and now they're teammates with, like, again, there's a lot of stuff going on that I think Adam Silver is kind of just turning a blind eye to.
We miss you, David Stern.
Yes, R.I.P. David Stern, of course. But
Iron Fist.
Also
he would not let this happen. Yeah, definitely.
The whole super team. I know they're trying to combat stuff, but this doesn't make me feel better about it.
No.
Like it turns me off of the NBA when these things happen, because then it's only like 6 or 7 teams that can win. Right. Like if you're a fan of Utah or something like that, do you really feel you'll ever have a chance? Like, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this question though. This kind of reminds me of Giannis and Giannis's brother.
Yeah, same thing,
right?
Same thing.
Does Giannis get the same treatment as LeBron?
Well, his brother is paid because of Giannis.
Yeah,
like
he takes a roster spot.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but
so
the only thing with Giannis though, I accept it a little bit more because it's a small market team, and the story of Giannis growing up, and you see how the brothers were and things like that, we can clearly say that's nepotism.
Yeah, it is.
100%. True.
But we give grace to Giannis.
Yeah, we do.
So why do we do that? And then LeBron, it's his son.
Because it's very similar. It's very similar. Yeah.
I think the only reason.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
I think the only thing is though with LeBron is he is the NBA. Okay. Giannis is a few steps below that.
Yeah.
So I think.
But internationally.
He's huge internationally.
Yeah. Because we always look at it from the American, North American way.
Yeah.
People outside of that.
Yeah.
We talked about everyone here loves Tupac, but people know Snoop Dogg way more than Tupac around the world.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's true.
But that's the same thing in Europe.
Yeah.
I'll talk about Giannis, Jokic, Dirk is the GOAT, things like that.
Yeah.
It's not really that way here.
True. No, it's very true. But
so Giannis gets a pass.
It's a smaller market. I think that helps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you're like at a bigger market team and you're doing that, then it brings so much of a spotlight, and people like those smaller markets have no chance.
Right.
So he actually brought a championship to a smaller market. So I think that's why he gets the pass. If he was with the Celtics, for example, I don't know if he gets the pass.
No. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
I think so.
You think he gets the pass?
If it was the Celtics?
Yeah. I think his brother would be on the Celtics, but we would criticize him more.
True. Yeah.
You're right, because we don't hear about Milwaukee all the time except in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, he did help his brother get a championship though.
Yep.
Which
do you think
it paid off.
Do you think Jokic could get one of his brothers on the Denver Nuggets?
I know, right?
Just to be there?
Just without any skill, never played basketball.
Just to defend him.
But shout out to Jokic's brothers though.
Yeah.
They do defend him.
They are some tough guys. Yeah. They will go like head over heels for their brother. but like as we mentioned that the story was they were the ones that are out in the streets, but they were the ones that were protecting him, letting him play ball and just focus and pays off. But Cash. Not sure if you heard about your boy Jason Tatum. He signed the largest contract in NBA history. 5 years, 14?
19 or whatever. Some massive.
Over $300 million. But
like 50 mil a season average.
I think it was more.
70
million.
I think. Yeah, 70.
Damn.
That's crazy. He's a first 70 mil player.
He deserves it.
Does he?
Even not being the best player in the team.
I mean, oh my God, we're going back again on that. But
they have two good. Max. Jaylen Brown is making over 300 million as well. But he got a little bit more.
Jaylen.
This is Tatum's moment, so
he deserved it. Let's be real. He
the
deserved
money
it.
right now, it's only gonna get better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's crazy how much money the NBA is just throwing at these guys.
Yeah.
Well, I always tell people this: the money you're seeing for the players, then you gotta think what the owners are making, because they're not paying you $70 million a year if they're not making way more than that, right?
Yep.
And then that's one part of the team. Jaylen Brown's making a lot, and there's another 15-man roster, and they're happily paying that.
Oh
money.
yeah. And then that new TV deal kick in,
they're making billions, so they don't mind. $70 million a year, they're probably cheap for them.
I like what you said. You told me this offline, how hockey's structured, and I wish the NBA has something like that where there's a hard salary cap.
Yeah.
So you have to literally, instead of throwing money, you actually have to figure out some strategy in signing players.
No, it's very true. So to kind of break it down for everyone is in the NHL they've got a hard salary cap, right? And it's league wide and it's the same for every team.
Right.
And essentially your team's payroll has to be under that salary cap. If you're over, then you face repercussions from the league and whatnot. So, I think right now the league salary cap is, I think, somewhere between
it's the size
85 and 90 mil.
It's the size of Tatum's contract.
Basically, somewhere around there.
Right.
And so you have to make sure that the average annual per player per season aligns with, and you're under the salary cap. There's ways around it.
But you have to think.
Signing bonuses.
Or you put a player on long-term injured reserve.
Yes.
Because that doesn't affect the cap. And then come playoff time, you
Turn them
could
on.
reinstate them and whatnot. So there's tricks around it and whatnot. But again, to me, I think it forces the GMs to actually manage the finances of the team versus, with the NBA, you have
NBA,
you have your luxury tax.
It is similar, but not the same.
Not the same,
right?
right?
Like there's the luxury tax, and there's certain aprons,
And then the big markets are willing to pay the luxury tax, right?
Yeah.
So you're not boxed in because
True.
No one cares about paying the luxury tax.
No, because they're making way more money. So
and then so obviously yes, NHL players make way less than NBA players. I think
rightfully so though, because the television deal is not close. That's the thing. NBA players were getting paid a lot less before, but with the TV deal the way it is, they had to give back the money to the players, or else the owners would be laughing, right? So
that's
NHL,
the thing,
their problem is they're not big enough in the U.S.
No.
Right.
Like you're too big in Canada, not enough in the U.S. But I think their TV deal is going up.
Yeah.
I think 30 straight Stanley Cup winners have been from the U.S.
Yeah.
So Canada hasn't won one in 30 years, right? So
they signed a deal with TNT.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if you guys been seeing. There's been a lot of crossover with the TNT. Shaq has been on some
Charles
of the
Barkley goes
Charles
on.
Barkley's been on. So again, there is crossover, which is good.
Yeah. They need that.
They need it, right?
Try to boost fans, right? However you can, right? Because that's what pays the players more in the end.
Definitely. Yeah. So
NHL, Jerome Iginla, your favorite player?
Yes. Shout out Jerome. That's my childhood favorite.
Yeah.
I used to just growing up just trying to play hockey like Jerome. I that's just my childhood.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout
That's my
out
biggest
to his
inspiration. Yeah. Shout out to his son, Tij Iginla, who just got drafted by
Utah.
the Utah Hockey Club. For now, it's like when the Redskins changed to the Washington Football Team, and then now the Commanders. But yeah, that's a huge moment. It's nice to see when you actually have your child, drafted and
Uncle
whatnot.
Jerome.
Obviously,
Uncle Jerome.
and your son is drafted the right way.
Yes,
Just saying.
The right way.
But
Thank you.
But yeah, so
Cool.
good times. Yeah.
Y'all looking at me? I got a joke.
All right.
Oh God.
In the meantime, Cash, you hit up Tatum for a couple mil?
Nah.
No?
All the
Oh,
girls going crazy.
Oh, shoot.
Lots of haters out there too.
All right.
They're salty more than the sea.
All right. So, how do you know to make an idiot say how?
I'm not gonna do it.
I knew it.
I maybe should have said anything. I ruined it because I think he was gonna say it.
I was about to.
I know you were.
I was about to, and then I was like,
I think I ruined it. I ruined it.
All right, you got smoke about something, don't you?
I do. All right, so I want to get into a little discussion here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Michael Rubin.
I am not. So tell
Well,
me.
I just heard the name.
So he was the owner of 76ers,
Okay.
part owner.
Okay.
And then I believe he sold his stake, and now he's part owner of Fanatics.
Okay, yeah.
So
Damn,
very
this guy
rich,
got money.
a lot. Yeah,
Wow.
he's one of them, that's for sure. So long story short, he's been involved in the hip hop community. He's been a lot of courtside with Meek Mill, and he's hosted quite a few parties and stuff. So he's a recognizable face in the hip hop community, right? And I guess that's one of the reasons why I know him. Or just know him as just one of the owners. But anyways, every 4th of July, he hosts a all-white party in the Hamptons.
Do you have to be white?
No?
Yes, wear white.
Oh, you gotta wear white.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just learning about
I'm like,
this.
wait,
Well-
the KKK don't do that already? Like,
Oh, wait, I get. All right.
So
All right.
he
all
he hosts his
canceled.
party in the Hamptons, and it brings out all of the celebrities. Do I sound like this
Harvey
has been heard
Weinstein
before?
is-
Kind
sounds
of.
like Diddy.
Well, so right now, from what we know, there's nothing that goes on other than just vibes.
But the same people attend the same
and
parties, right? Because they're like,
Well, he said Meek Mill and stuff, right? So it's the same names coming up, right?
So there's a lot of NBA players go there. Embiid's been a face there quite a few times, obviously, because
he's 76ers.
You know, so this year, this party that he had in the Hamptons, there's names like Drake,
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z was there. He's normally a favorite. So quite a few high-profile celebrities go. And I got to ask myself, and I want to ask you guys, if you are a celebrity,
okay,
and after hearing what has gone on with Diddy, whether these people have been to his parties or not, do you guys think that maybe if you're a celebrity, you might want to step away from these parties and kind of... Because again, remember, and I've seen a drone shot. He puts together like a video montage. It's this huge mansion with a lot of rooms.
Well, that's what mansions have.
I've heard of...
He's not going to have in like a 2-bedroom apartment.
No, definitely not. No, there are multiple rooms. There are multiple
What if you get tired
levels.
and you got to sleep? Can't make it home today.
And you didn't fall asleep or get tired naturally.
Are you...
There you go.
Insinuating?
I don't know. I'm just saying that again.
Are we starting something?
I'm not starting something, but I'm hearing things
allegedly,
that go on, right?
Okay.
Now,
because you know with the white suits, there's like stains and stuff. You can't get.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the powder blends in perfect with the white, right? Nobody knows. But again, if you're a celebrity,
dry cleaner.
if you're a celebrity, after hearing everything that's gone on with Diddy, and maybe you have not seen what has gone on or been a part of it, don't you think maybe some of these celebrities might want to just back off?
Hell no. What's wrong with you?
Really?
What's wrong with you?
Why? Life goes on.
Like,
I want to go to a good party, hear some good music.
Really?
Watch a crossover there and see who is that? Is that J-Lo? I'm gonna talk to J-Lo. I see they're on the rocks, right? So you know.
Yeah.
Well, where else am I gonna meet J-Lo?
I do not want to meet her at a party. That's for sure.
Okay.
No, like again, the way that I look at it is, again, you might not be participating in whatever actions are going on, but just you being in the vicinity, your name might just be dropped in a lawsuit.
But let's say this though. In the P. Diddy situation, Puffy, who else who went to the party is in trouble right now? Nothing.
Nobody yet.
It died down. It's over.
Till Homeland Security comes out with their investigation and says
it's over. You won't hear about Diddy again. Trust me. It is over.
Yeah.
It is over. It's just a couple hot weeks of news.
Yeah.
And it was an extra couple hot weeks because he beat Cassie.
Oh, shoot.
But after that, we ain't going to hear about Puffy no more. He's selling his mansion. I think I'm hearing that.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to move to like South Africa or something like that.
Or where's what's his name? Russell Simmons in Bali.
Yeah.
He just escaped his sexual assault allegations and living new life. Kumbaya. To
try new drinks. Could you imagine the food? I would go there just for the food.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys think about that. If you're a celebrity, to his question, knowing the situation, would you go?
Of course. I wouldn't partake in these things regardless, but if I was partaking in these things, I agree with him. You probably want to lay low for like a couple months or something. Like
I think so. Yeah.
You know.
Oh man! Next time, what's his Rubin name? Mike Rubin.
Yeah, Mike Rubin. Yeah.
Next time he has a favor for you. You didn't show up at my party last time.
I mean, hell no, bro.
But that is an opportunity for you to get some ownership in some franchise. You didn't show up.
Yeah.
You didn't show face.
What do I gotta do? Show face.
Yeah, I know.
And what happened on my face, to get that ownership?
I'd show up. Man.
I'm not showing up.
I'd show up just like Denzel said. Show up, eat the food, and leave 30 minutes before he shows up to say
there you go.
Puffy's coming. All right, I see you guys.
Again, like
you gotta be smart about it. I ain't gonna miss seeing J-Lo. Come on, man.
I don't know.
I post for a couple pictures, and then, but then after they're like, you know what happened at this party, and then you're associated with it.
There you go.
Here's my man Jay-Z. You know we left, right? We left early.
Yeah. But I would have wanted to.
I would have left.
Like again, nobody knows what goes on unless you're there.
It's alleged,
right? This is all just alleged. This is all just hearsay.
Rumors,
but again, like now I think of all these publicized events where parties, these after parties.
So you would never go to a party again?
I wouldn't say I would never, but
So what are you trying to say?
I think you would just
Because
lay
of Puffy?
low for a bit.
Why? There's always gonna be shit that goes on.
Yeah, but you know what though? I think in today's day and age where social media is big, remember, you might know there might be 100 people there. You might know 15 of them.
Okay, let's put it this way. I'm gonna give Ash cash. Let's say it was a white party. JR has grown so big. He's in Hollywood. He's in LA. He started out with the Laugh Kings. He's throwing his annual party.
Mm-hmm.
He asks you to come over. Would you lay low because of the P. Diddy situation?
No.
Exactly.
You sure?
Explain that.
No. You have nothing to do with that. So you have nothing to do with that. So why would you not want to go?
Yeah, but again, sometimes it's just being in the vicinity of.
Doesn't matter.
Crazy.
As Jay said, it's dying down. Like,
yeah, but
nobody cares anymore.
We could be all here. There could be something going on in the bathroom that you have no idea of. Now all of a sudden your name's included in a lawsuit because you go
to school, right?
Yeah.
You know stuff happens in the bathroom.
All the time, yeah.
Because you're in the classroom from building C and it's happening in building D. You worried about that stuff?
Building D, huh?
Might have to be. Might have to be.
Oh man, you can't stop.
Might have to be.
You can't stop living in this worrisome mindset.
But again, remember, right now we're not hearing anything because Homeland Security is still investigating.
That's fine.
Right?
Nothing's gonna happen.
So we might not hear anything until next year.
Like nothing's gonna happen.
But again, this is what I mean, right? Where these big mansions, these big houses, yeah, you might be in one room, whatever, recording music, doing whatever, vibing, listening to music. Meanwhile, down the hall, there's next level stuff that's going on.
Maybe
right?
there's, maybe there's not, but who cares?
And you just so happen to walk by. Now all of a sudden, you're thrown in a lawsuit because
or
you walk by.
You could be called upon as a witness to a crime.
So what? I didn't see shit. I just heard some noises.
And you stop to throw your ear to the door and
just walk by.
Oh shoot! Oh, they getting it in, and then you find out.
Let me tell you this. Though.
Yeah.
Embiid, you said Embiid was at the party.
Yeah.
If you have someone as dumb as Embiid at a party, you're telling me that you can't go in that party and move properly?
He got smoke for Embiid, man.
I think the opposite. If someone like Embiid is there, I do not want to be there.
That would be the guy who shouldn't be there because he wouldn't know how to handle the situation. Oh, I heard the noise and then I opened the room, I saw some ass.
Oh,
that's the guy you don't want at the party. But if you have someone like him, he's you ain't gotta worry about yourself. Trust me.
I don't know about that, man.
Trust me.
Honestly, I just think in today's day and age,
it's a networking opportunity.
No, it's huge networking opportunity, and also too, like a little bit about Michael Rubin as well as he was when Meek came out of jail, he was doing a lot of prison reform, right? So. Like his name holds a lot of value and rank, and he's a trusted individual, right? Who's got quite a bit of dollars associated to his name. He's helped fund a lot of businesses. So again, I get it. He's trusted, like a Gary Vee. He's trusted within many communities.
Oh, I would not go to a Gary Vee.
Well,
party. Could you imagine how much he would talk to you? I just
he'll talk your ear off.
Leave the hell. I'm done. Yo.
But again, we put trust in these people, but. They're just the name associated with the party.
Right.
But what happens amongst the guests, I don't want to be a part of that.
So you actually think that's life? Like everyone in Hollywood just gets together, have sex, and throws drugs everywhere?
Oh, it's been going on since the 60s, 70s, 80s. It's just now it's all on social media, right? We got phones to record it.
You would put yourself in a situation to go in a bedroom with someone.
Yeah.
Because someone called you in a bedroom, you had a couple of drinks, you would actually go in a bedroom, wait there, be like, "Oh, I want to show you something."
No, hell no, I'm not.
Exactly,
no.
Be smart. But they can get Joel Embiid in that situation because he's dumb.
Would you trust to go to a party where they say it's a no phone party? So their parties, they always say put the cell phone in a bucket or something. Fine. So and then you get it back at
Was it a no phone party?
There usually are.
Yeah,
they usually are. So. I don't trust that because I'm like, why would you not?
I would actually be fine with that.
I don't know because I'm like, there's something fishy for me to have to put my cell phone away because if something happens, you can call for help or if you need to. Why don't they want pictures? Like,
because I'm thinking of the positive way is like everyone's always on their phone. You're recording conversations that could be private deals be happening because a lot of these guys they're on the golf course. That's where the deals happen.
True.
Parties that's where the deals happen. Right. So you don't really want anything to come out that could discriminate you in terms of a business partnership or anything like talking about. Drake was there. He's probably talking about the Kendrick situation, right? Which we'll get into.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're probably talking about that with all these folks and be like, yo, this man's punking you out and stuff. Like, you don't really want that out on social media the way social media is today.
I don't trust.
True.
Maybe I have trust issues.
I'm with you, Sammy. I don't trust it as well.
So you're telling me J-Lo's there?
I don't care.
You ain't going.
I would if it's me and J-Lo alone. I love to go.
But she wants to go to those things.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go with me and a bunch of other people I don't trust.
So if I got invited to those type of parties, I should not invite you too?
How about you attend the first one?
Yeah.
And let me know how it goes.
You be the guinea pig.
All right, I'm taking Cash with me then.
I'm going.
But I ain't inviting you two next time.
Oh, shoot. But, like, again, right, we haven't heard anything.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
But, again, when you...
Don't drink too much.
Try telling a celebrity who's
These are
coked up,
businessmen.
mollied up, weeded up, everything.
My God.
You know what I mean? Like...
We're talking about business people.
Business people do coke.
I ain't doing coke.
But again,
sure
I think it's just the idea of look at what has gone on with other celebrities.
If there's an accident on the road, you're not going to drive there tomorrow because that's your way to work?
No.
You're going to wait a couple weeks, right? Because
no. Sorry. No, I'm going to drive, obviously, yeah. I'm going to drive, but I'll be cautious.
But that's the same concept.
Going through,
the same concept.
Yeah.
Just like when the terrorists hit that location there, that's probably the safest place after the event.
I don't know how safe it is, but
you know what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's...
I'm challenging you because in my mind, you cannot put your life on hold just because of other people. If you want to go to the party, have a good time. Go to the party, have a good time.
But again, you're
smart enough not to take coke and sniff it off of someone's ass.
No, 100%. But also, too, it doesn't take that for you to be involved in something.
Exactly.
Even if you are not even physically involved, just you being in that area
Who
could
cares?
potentially...
But you haven't done anything. People can think what they want.
Oh, man.
But I'm sure there is like cameras and stuff in the mansion.
A lot of those
Even if it is, it would be better for me because they could see. Look, he's been over there with J-Lo the entire time.
I'm pretty sure they have to have cameras.
But again, it's
the only thing he's been drinking was Coors Light.
but see, here's another thing that I'm looking at from like a celebrity's point of view is for example, if I'm at whatever party, I don't want to throw this on Michael Rubin because nothing has been going on. This is all just hearsay. But again, I attend this party year after year after year. Let's say like some sort of after party. Okay. And then it comes out that X, Y, and Z was going on. Even though I have nothing to do with it, just social media finding out that my name was on the guest list and I'm always pictured there. Now all of a sudden social media is going to think, oh yeah, well, I'm associated with it, right? And the idea, like what celebrities thrive on is public perception, right? That's why the perception of Kendrick right now is he was the one that ended Drake and this and that. So he's on top versus Drake's kind of like whatever right now.
Because no one wants to invite Kendrick at a party. He's boring.
I don't know about that.
He's boring. What are you going to talk about?
I mean, that pop-out show was...
Life in Compton.
Oh, God. That might... But anyways.
But that's what I'm telling you though.
Yeah.
Tell me now at the Diddy party, who's been on the list, who's being interrogated right now because they were at the party. Nobody.
Well, we don't know
Jay-Z
as
was
of
the
yet.
only one that was hot in the topics, and it's all died down.
For now.
Right? But if you didn't do anything, like LL Cool J was there, 50 Cent was there. He did admit he was there at the first party, but nothing happened. He never went back. But these guys were all there.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to them because they didn't do anything.
He's saying nothing happened. He didn't go back, but there has to be a reason he didn't go back.
It just wasn't his vibe because Diddy, he was kind of like gay with it. Took him shopping. Like, I need to get you some nice clothes.
Yeah, he's like, I wear nice clothes. I'm not coming back.
But you see, even that kind of proves as someone up and coming, it's a good networking opportunity to be in those surroundings of people.
I just don't want to be offered to buy me clothes and like take me shopping.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not going.
Yeah,
I'm 50. I'm like 50 Cent. I'm probably it's not for me. It's not for me.
Again, it's a good idea, but you also have to realize.
You know, if he gets invited to that party,
he's gonna go.
The man's the first one going.
I'm telling
Of
you.
course.
First one going. I'm telling you.
Because
What if Jerome Iginla was at that party?
Oh man. No, still no. Okay. Here's a perfect example, right? I don't even want to bring up this name or this situation, but when Jeffrey Epstein had his island, there were some high-profile celebrities that have been going. Now, they were flying to the island on his jet, or whether they took their own. Now, we don't know if they partaked or saw anything, but just the name of these celebrities on the flight manifest that was leaving whatever airport going to that island.
That's a good example.
There were some high-profile names on there.
Now, let me ask you this question. Out of those high-profile names, what's happened to those people? Nothing.
It's not about happening.
Nothing.
It's not about happening. I think like I wouldn't want like my friends or family to be like, why are you on that list? Like, you know, but nothing could happen. But just the fact that they'd be like, you're on Jeffrey Epstein, and they're gonna automatically think, and nothing could be happening.
But people who know me know who I am, and they know I wouldn't partake in that. If I so happens
it would
just
come up like a little doubt, like, you know what I mean? But
think what you want. I don't live my life based on other people's opinion.
I know, I agree with that, but I wouldn't want to be associated with like a pedophile and things like that. Like I don't care.
I think
even
y'all
if
are wrong.
Nothing's, you know.
I think y'all are wrong on this.
Oh man, it's today's day and age. You just gotta protect your image.
That means you can never go outside anymore.
That's it.
Right?
Be a streamer inside the house.
Not go outside
we could do a pod.
No, you can't stream because on YouTube there's a convicted felon that posted something. So go on a different platform.
But we weren't in that video.
Maybe you come up with recommended videos afterwards.
Man.
All right.
You just gotta play it safe out there. That's it.
Man. Live your life.